Ms. Dolores Gordon, best known by most as Miss D. She is our concert director for this event tonight. She's been delighting audiences as a storyteller for children of all ages for the past 10 years. She believes that story is the thread that connects us all in the human family. Now tonight she's going to present a story. And this story, it comes from South Africa and is about a people who lived over 50,000 years ago. They were considered the Bushmen, the earliest Homo sapiens according to science. Now we are all their descendants. This story is about the persistence and determination of growing up in a Bushman clan. The name of the story is Master of the Bow. Please welcome Ms. Dolores Gordon.
Mbutu was 5 years old when he first decided that he wanted to become a master of the bow. The Bushman clan was his family, and they were nomads. As they traveled to Angola and Zimbabwe in South Africa, he learned to gather branches that would make the finest bows and arrows. Even today, collectors like to add the exquisite bow of the Bushman to their collection. When he was 7, he knew that he only had a couple of years to wait before he would be able to hunt. It was the custom, and he could hardly wait. Baba, I promise you, I will do my best. This is something I can do. And so his father helped him make his first bow and arrow, and he went on his first hunt. While he was on the hunt, his sister Amina was born. Little did he know that as soon as she could walk, she would become his shadow. The Bushman clan, there were 20 to 25 people in each clan. And once a year, all of the clans that were in the area would come to a place called KwaZulu-Natal, which was the home of the famous Zulu nation. All of the men would gather to compare the artistry of their bows while the women prepared the food, of course. The most exciting part of the celebration was the competition to see who was the best at putting that arrow into the center of a target. And the one that was the best held the title of Master of the Bow. The Master of the Bow was held in high regard. When he arrived at the festivities, all of the children would rush to his side, hoping to just be able to touch him. The master had a special chair in the center of the festivities, and all the children would gather around to listen to his stories. Some of the young men would dance to various rhythmic chants, while Mbutu was now teaching the younger boys and girls, including his sister Amina, who was now 7 years old, how to choose the best branches to make the strongest bows and arrows. The next year, Mbutu was 15 years old, and he decided that he wanted to compete. After all, everyone knew that he made the most artistic and the strongest bows in the clan. Wouldn't it be something if I won? He thought to himself. When it was his turn to shoot, he raised his bow and let the arrow fly. It did hit the target, but not in the center. Amina rushed to his side to give him a hug because she saw how sad his face was. Toward the end of the festivities, the master came to him and said, Mbutu, you must continue to practice. You can do it. Butu was motivated. The next morning, he went out before the sun rose over the Lumber Mountain Range. He was out there practicing, and Amina was right there too. As he raised his bow to practice, he could hear Amina saying, "I know you can. I know you can do it. I know you can. I know you can do it. Amina, please go away. I can't focus with you talking and talking. Please, would you just go away?" And so Amina, she did retreat, but not all the way. And so he raised his bow again to begin to practice, but he could still hear her saying, "I know you can. I know you can do it. I know you can. I know you can do it." Every day, Mobutu practiced, and every day, Amina was his shadow. No matter what he said to her, she would not go away. And so now he was practicing in the morning and in the evening. Before the moonbeams began to dance on the Indian Ocean, you would find Mobutu practicing. And now he could not get her chant out of his head. So now he was saying to himself, "I know I can. I know I can do it. I know I can. I know I can do it." And so he became so excited at the progress because now he was able to hit the white center of the target every single time. The next celebration was just a month away. He had been practicing all year, and he knew that he would compete again. The day arrived so quickly. Everything was a blur. The only thing he could think about was the target. Finally, the competition began. Many of the people there competed. The arrows flew through the air to the target. No one hit the center. Then the master rose from his chair and took his turn to shoot, and without a doubt his arrow was true and went right to the center of the target. And Mobutu began to visualize what it would look like if his arrow was in the center as well. What would they do if both of their arrows were in the center? Maybe this would be the first year they would have two winners. The final call came. "Is there anyone else that would like to compete?" Mobutu raised his arrow, raised his bow in answer. He stepped into position. There were whispers. "Do you think he can do it this time? I see him every morning. He is practicing. I see him every evening, and he is practicing. I think this time he can do it." So Mobutu closed his eyes to visualize the target. And he said to himself, "I can do it. I know I can do it. I can do it. I know I can do it." he opened his eyes and looked at the target. He leaned back and let the arrow fly high up into the air. And Butu held his breath. There was a hush that came over the onlookers. The arc of the arrow was high. Many shielded their eyes from the sun as they watched the arrow wind down to the target. And Butu's arrow had split the arrow already in the center of the target. And Butu, you are master of the bow! Amina rushed to his side to hug him. And then she began to dance around him. And together they sang, I know I can. I know I can do it. I know I can. I know I can do it. I know I can. I know I can do it. I know I can. I know I can do it. I know I can. I know I can do it. I know I can. I know I can. I know I can.